Happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I wanted to jump in today and expand on that idea that we talked about last week, changing your view. This information comes from the Overcoming Overwhelm section of the book, which if you haven't downloaded yet, don't worry about it. You can download it now. That whole section really addresses the concept that we are all steeped in an environment of stress. There are things rolling around in our environment calling for our time, energy, and attention. And without our bidding, our brains constantly do a cost-benefit analysis about those things. That item over there, is the work that I need to put into it worth the benefit I get? Is the cost offset by the benefit? If it's not, if it feels like it's costing us more than we get out of it, that's when we feel stressed about it. It feels like a drain. It doesn't feel good. And even if we're not consciously saying, oh, that thing over there, that doesn't feel very good because I'm putting too much effort into it, our bodies still feel it. What the Overcoming Overwhelm section has is an exercise to really sort through that environment of stress and then consciously reorder it, making a revaluation of those items and thinking about what those benefits and costs really are. Because sometimes in our environment, we feel or we even think that something really is a drain for us. It's not worth the cost of the time and the energy and attention that we're putting into it. But when we really look at it, it is worth it. Or maybe it feels like it's a waste of our time and it's not really that important. This could be that border collie iguana time, or the time to signal your body to let go of the cortisol. That can seem selfish. It seems like prioritizing my walk outside doesn't seem like something that is valuable until you connect it, as we talked about, to that motivation, right? So when you connect those two and you recognize that that time walking outside or doing whatever you decide to do is an investment in what you actually want. So that's one way to change your view of that. The other way is if something in your environment feels like a drain, really looking at what the ancillary and intangible benefits of that item. One of my favorite stories about this is of a woman that I was working with when we were doing an implementation workshop for this section, the Overcoming Overwhelm. And she was sorting through her environment. We use Post-it notes. It's kind of a fun exercise. She was sorting through and she was really struggling with where to put her job because she felt like it was such a drain, that she was not getting enough benefit from it. But as we talked about it, and her job is very, very stressful. She works for a large multinational personal products company, and she's head of North American customer service, which means it's a 24-hour-a-day, nonstop, pretty stressful job. So she was like, this is not really giving me back what I'm putting into it. But then we started talking about all of the other things that she gained as benefits of her job. She actually really likes her coworkers, has a great relationship with her direct boss, has been with the company a very long time, and feels like she's actually been treated very well. So all of those things now are adding this benefit. It is enhancing her life and her world to be involved in this company. Then we talked about all of the other things that she's able to do because she does this job. She has a lovely home. She's able to send her kids to a good school. All of these things that are benefits of doing this job. And I'm not going to say that she's like, yay, it's all daisies and rainbows. But it moved from feeling like a drain to feeling like it was a pretty good deal. And that alone can decrease the stress and make it just feel better. So think about What are the things in your stress environment? What are some of the things that you're like, I feel kind of bad about taking time for this because it feels selfish? Elevate that up because of the benefit, because connecting it to what you really want. And if there's something in there that you know is important but feels like a drain, really think about what are those other benefits, the ones that don't come on a check or in your benefits package. What are the ancillary and intangible benefits of doing that will make it feel better? That's my thought for this week. 2 more things. 1, I would love it if you would be very specific. When you think about what am I going to do this week? What is the one thing? What's one small thing? It doesn't have to be big. You actually don't want to change everything all at the same time because that's not reasonable. It's not implementable. Let's pick one small thing. I'm going to take a walk every day. Or it could be one small thing every day. Today I'm going to take a walk. Tomorrow I'm going to make sure I read before bed so I can go to sleep. Whatever it is. Be specific and make it small and achievable. Connected to something that motivates you. That's number 1. And number 2, love it if you would share that in a comment below or send me an email. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what other resources you might like. I appreciate the requests I've already received. I hope you're having a great Monday. We'll see you next week.